Hello, I'm Eric Sazik and welcome to 4-Level Geometry. We're going to go over a few things in this video, but I'd like to start off with sharing a little bit about myself. My wife and I are both from Connecticut, and we've lived many places in the eastern part of the United States and southeastern part of the US before we eventually settled in Illinois back in 2002. We live in Evanston and have a couple of boys. Actually, the oldest is a ninth grader, so we're experiencing a lot of the same things that you are, navigating introduction to high school in a different kind of environment, that's for sure. And our second son is a fifth grader. I've been teaching here at New Trier now for 19 years, and I'm involved in some various extracurricular activities as well. Two big ones being I coach freshman boys cross country in the fall, and I also coach boys swimming in the wintertime. In my 19 years at New Trier, I'd say probably 15, 16, 17 of those years I've taught this class. I really enjoy teaching this class. I love working with freshmen, and the freshmen come in as an open book. They're ready to learn. They're typically excited, and I enjoy being part of that transition, helping them adjust to the expectations of 4-level in high school and kind of what that's all about. They're gonna learn a lot, and hopefully have a good experience doing that. It can be a little bit challenging at times, but there's many ways in which a student can get help. So, and I'll talk about that here in a moment as well. A little bit about, seeing that most of our instruction is online, I'd like to talk about Canvas page here first. This, which you see right in front of you. Most of the time, students are going to be clicking on current unit. And if you click on that, it shows a table and schedule day by day for the chapter that we're working on. And this is where they find their documents that they need to have ready for the day, when tests and quizzes are coming, that sort of thing. So current unit is kind of the go-to spot. Previous units, that'll have stuff that we've already done over here. I do want to show my contact information. You can find that very easily on the Canvas page, my phone number, my email. I am going to talk about a big adjustment to high school is being willing and able to seek out help. A lot of times students have never had to do that before, and this is the first time maybe that they have to get assistance, and that's okay. That's part of it. And I have to say that so far, a lot of students have been doing a real good job about accessing me through office hours. Every green morning from 7 to 7:50, I have office hours for geometry. No appointments needed. They just hop on, and sometimes I'm working with 1, 2, 3 students at a time. Might have to wait in the waiting room a little bit, but it's I've been very happy with how students have accessed that so far. If that's and office hours is a great time to go over homework questions. If you want to have a more detailed discussion and more individual discussion, let's say go over a test, for example, I'm also available by appointment periods 1, 2, 5, and 8. Just send me an email ahead of time and we can, figure out a time to meet. In addition, so that's contact information for me, and then students always meet me on this standing Zoom link. In addition, if for some reason they can't meet with me, for example, you notice that I wasn't available after school, and that's because I coach for most of the year, students also have an opportunity to get help from the Academic Assistance Center. So if you click on Student Resources on my webpage, there's some different avenues that you can pursue here. There's technology support, Academic Assistance Center. There's various things. If you click on the Academic Assistance Center, you can get their schedule. So there's a bunch of ways to get help. The main thing is just being willing to get help. It's okay. So and encouraging students to do that is a huge step to get them to kind of overcome that. I don't know if about fear or just A lot of times they feel like they'll look like they're weak or they don't know what's going on because they're seeking out help. But again, it's part of it. Sometimes just a couple minutes one-on-one can clear up a lot of confusion. So I'd really like to encourage the students to seek out help as needed. I would like to show you a little bit about the progression of the 4-level curriculum in math at New Trier. You know, it's pretty straightforward actually, because you're taking geometry now. Next year it's Algebra 2, and then it's pre-calculus as a junior. You really don't have a choice until you get to senior year, and that's when you're talking about taking either AP Stats or AP Calculus BC. BC is kind of the more traditional route, but statistics has become more and more popular as the years have gone by. In this course, you know, we have an iBook, TI Inspire CAS. It's a free app. We're not going to use that much. Free app on the iPad, but it's going to be used heavily next year for sure. I recommend that you have a binder because, you know, when you come into class, we've started hybrid learning. You know, I'll have handouts for you. You want to keep them organized. We are on a block schedule this year, so I can't say there's homework every night, but there's homework after almost every class. Homework is randomly graded. We kind of do a selection at the beginning of class, a 50-50. And so while all the assignments are collected on Canvas, they're not all graded. And we just select a problem to grade, like again, on a random basis. Any short answer problems, the answers are in the book. The proofs, the answers are not in the book, but that's what we started now. After a couple weeks doing the proofs, the students usually have a very good idea as to whether or not they're doing it correctly on their own. I have to say the first quiz that we had, I thought was very good from a proof perspective. So I think they've gotten off to a pretty good start in that regard. Grades are available on Canvas. Of course, contact information is here as well. I showed that to you on my Canvas page as well. So parent conferences are coming up in about a month, 11th and 12th. I assume that those are going to be via Zoom, and there'll be an opportunity for you to sign up for that. Those are really quick. It's like 5-minute discussions, but certainly look forward to seeing you then. And you know, please don't hesitate to reach out to me anytime. Probably best send me an email, and I will do my best to get back to you within a day. But don't hesitate to give me a call, leave me a voicemail. I love to chat. And you know, if you ever have any concerns, we can start a dialogue. And usually the earlier we start having that dialogue, the better, in case you have some concerns about your son or daughter and their progress. So I certainly look forward to hearing from you. And you know, so far we've had a solid start to the year. We'll see what it brings. But thanks for listening, and please don't hesitate to reach out.